unlucky we are to be in a poor school. We can't even get a proper education. I want to go to another school.
Look, we did get to go to a rich school after all, and it's really cool.
Yes!
Well, it's our first day of school. I've waited so long for this moment. Except I'm a little scared that we're going to be teaching in a poor school. But that shouldn't affect what we learn, should it?
I think it's gonna be okay. After all, this school has had very good reviews, so we won't have any problems. And it'll probably be even easier than a rich school, and that's a good thing.
And by the way, I was very surprised when I was told that even this school has security at the entrance. But the guard is probably just sleeping, just like I thought. Then we can just go inside and change for school.
Of course, the security at this school is very low, but I don't think any burglar's gonna come here to rob the school. There's nothing expensive here after all. And by the way, do you remember what our first class is?
First up, we have math. And I'm really glad we're going to have math, because I'm good at math. But you might have a problem. But to get to class, first we have to change our clothes.
I've never understood why schools have uniforms, and we have some pretty awful ones. I can't believe anyone wears one. But since we have no other option, we'll have to wear torn uniforms.
Come on, let's get to class. We're gonna be late for our first day. I don't want that.
What?
Looks like we have some new students at our school.
Yes!
What are you guys doing here? This is my school, so get out of here as fast as you can, or I will destroy you.
Looks like this guy doesn't know who he's messing with. What were you thinking attacking two students at once? You are so finished. And if you complain to anyone, you're gonna regret it.
That's it. There's nothing he can do to us now. He said he was the coolest guy in the room. Mikey, let's go to class. He's the reason we're gonna get suspended, and we're gonna get punished.
I also turned out to have a very easy opponent, so now everyone will know how strong we are. And I guess we don't have to go far because math class is right here.
Whoa.
So, who's in?
Maybe you'd better come in, because I think the teacher's gonna yell at us, and I don't like being yelled at. So I'll come in right after you.
Whoa!
I take it you're the two new students?
Yes!
Well, come on in. Let's not be late again. Because I'm not going to let you back in the classroom like that. And listen to me carefully.
Looks like we're going to be solving examples today. And I really hope no one calls me to the board, because I don't even know how to solve these things. JJ, why don't you go do it yourself?
Why don't you let me try to work it out? I've always liked math a lot, so I think I can solve all the examples on the board. And if I get them right, will you give me a high grade?
Well, let's see how you do it. I haven't told you how to do it yet.
JJ, you can do it.
Booyah!
I know you're the smartest person in the world, so solving simple examples like this is just fun. But you better at least think a little before you answer,
Whoa.
because you could be wrong.
Don't worry, Mikey. I'll get it right. They're still too simple for me to fail. And I'm just waiting to get a high grade so we can go to another class.
I hope we don't have to do math or anything hard next class, because I want more physical activity. I wish there was a class where we could do a challenge course.
I think our next class is just so PE. But for now, we have to get everything done here. And I think I've got it pretty much figured out. So now we're gonna have the teacher make sure it's correct.
I can't believe you can solve all those examples so quickly. If I had been called to the board, we wouldn't have finished until tonight. And hurry up and get the teacher to check the examples.
Teacher, I think I've got it all figured out. So why don't you check my examples so I can sit down? You don't have to look at them, because I'm sure they're all correct. I really like math.
I've already seen that you've got it right, so you can sit down. And our lesson is just about to end, so please write down your homework.
Our lesson went by very quickly. I thought it was going to be a lot longer.
Still, the next lesson is construction, but I think you're gonna love it. Because you don't have to think at all. We'll probably just have to repeat the pattern that the teacher makes.
If it does, that's just great, because I definitely don't want to solve examples like you. And don't you think we're late again? I don't think the teacher's here yet, so we're lucky we won't get scolded.
Okay, I apologize for my lateness.
What the?
As you may have realized, I will be your teacher for all subjects. So now we need to go outside.
Now, I'm really wondering what we're going to do there. Does the teacher want us to build something really big?
JJ, like you said, we need to replicate the house the teacher made, and I think it's going to be very easy. It looks like a regular box of dirt blocks, though.
You got it right, you need to build a house like mine. And since there's two of you, we're gonna have a little duel. The winner will receive a prize.
Now I understand why this school is so cheap. I can't even teach you how to make a nice-looking house. So I'm gonna show you what a house should really look like. Victory is within my grasp. I just need to get started.
Just don't forget that we need to make a house that looks as much like the one the teacher made as possible. So I don't think you're gonna win for originality.
I believe I can do it, because when my house is finished, everyone will be amazed that a little kid built it, and then I'll definitely get all the honors I got at school.
Something tells me that would be a big mistake. But I'm not gonna talk you out of it. After all, if you decide to do something, you can't change your mind. So we're gonna have a perfect house and copy teacher competition.
Even if I lose, we'll still go to an expensive school later, and then you'll know what a real education is. Because there, you'll have to do a lot of original things, not just copying.
By the way, do you even have enough time to do what you want to do? Yes. I understand you're gonna have a very large house, so you're gonna have to do it very quickly. And if you don't, I automatically win.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll get it done in time, so don't let it get to you. So you're already done? It's kind of interesting to see what kind of building you got, although it's gonna be a replica of the teacher's house.
I'd just rather do what I'm told and get a high grade than improvise for the sake of a bad grade. And I'm sure you will, so you're wasting your time. There's no point in doing that at this school.
Well, I finished my house, and I think it turned out just perfect. It's been a long time since I've built something this beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Mikey did. It's gonna be a horror.
Look, there's the teacher. Now we'll find out who the winner will be. And I think I already know the answer, because he's paying attention to my house. JJ, you're in big trouble.
All right, let's see what kind of house Mikey made. And I'm already realizing that the job was done perfectly. I didn't think anyone could replicate a house in such detail.
Wait, so you really like that option? But I thought we could do a lot better than your house, because you could have built something cooler for the teacher. That's why you showed up.
I told you the point of the assignment was to just copy. But for some reason, you decided that your ideas were the best. I think your skills are playing against you this time, and I win.
Mikey is right. This house is very nicely done. And I would have given him the win if we had different lesson conditions. But since we just had to copy my house, Mikey wins.
I can't believe I'm hearing this right now, but it doesn't make any sense at all. Why would diamonds be given to someone who could just replicate a house made of dirt blocks? Oh no, I don't want to study here anymore.
JJ, where are you going? I understand that you are offended, but remember how many times you were given the diamonds and not me. I think this is the first time I've ever beaten you.
Let's just go to another school already, because class is about to start there.
So now we're gonna get some tuition from the most expensive school in town? I can't believe you somehow managed to let us in here. I feel like you gave away a lot of money. And now let's see if there's a difference at the front door.
How I've been waiting for this moment. Now I'll show you what a proper education is, and I'm sure the security guard won't be sleeping here, so we'll be very well vetted before we're allowed in.
Are you sure someone's gonna stop us here? I don't see anyone.
All right, guys, slow down a little bit. I understand you're new to the school, so I'm gonna have to do a background check. There's a lot of stuff you can't bring to school.
See, I told you it was better than the poor school. Thank you so much for doing your job. Now we can go and change into our normal uniforms. We can't wear tattered ones after all.
You're right. If we walk around a school like this in tattered suits, we'll be laughed at. And I don't really want that, because we have to make a good impression on the first day.
And we can even be banned from class if we're not dressed properly. However, this school has a much stricter dress code than regular schools, but I am willing to abide by it because it is very prestigious to study here.
Look at how stylish we've gotten. And you know what? Something tells me I'm not gonna like going to school here, because the classes are gonna be exactly the same, but it's gonna cost a lot more than the last school.
And that's where you're very wrong. All right, we're gonna have a computer science class, and I think it's going to be really hard for you. Because if you have a hard time understanding math, then you're going to get confused. But if you do, I'll tell you how to do it right.
Here are our new students. And why are you late? Although I can forgive you for the first time, so come on in and sit down at your laptop.
What? JJ, you didn't tell me we were gonna be working on laptops here. I can see why this school is so expensive. They even use laptops in class. Let's just hope the assignment's easy.
I think if you've played the games, you can solve the problem. As you may have realized by now, we need to hack into this laptop. And that's exactly what I thought we'd be doing. I've done something like this before, so this shouldn't be a problem for me at all.
I've done it once, but I don't think I'd be good at it. Because the last time I hacked into a laptop, It exploded. I had a lot of trouble after that. I hope I get lucky now.
Mikey, are you sure you can do this? I don't think you understand how to do this assignment at all. And you better take your time, because even now, you're putting a lot of strain on your laptop, so it's gonna blow up.
But how could I have done it so quickly? I thought laptops weren't so weak around here. And now I'm gonna have problems again. I hope I don't have to pay for laptop repairs. Because I don't have a lot of money.
Don't worry. The training here is so expensive that it will cover any breakdowns. And now let me focus, because I want to succeed in this assignment. There's got to be someone who can do it.
I think I'm allowed to get out of the laptop now, because I can't do any better. But if I show my laptop now, the teacher will destroy me for sure, because I'm the one who failed the assignment.
Now I see why you liked it better at the cheap school. They didn't have such difficult assignments. But I think this experience will be good for you, and you'll get smarter. And this isn't the last class here.
Honestly, I'd be out of this school by now, because it's clear to me that I'm just going to be laughed at. I'm not as smart as you, JJ, but I'm gonna try to study here some more to gain some experience.
I need you to put that laptop away right now, because if it explodes in your hands, you could get hurt. And I thought that was impossible. Look, why don't we throw it in the trash? It might help.
What if the trash can catches on fire? I'd rather throw it out the window. And since tuition covers breakages, I might as well break the window. I don't have to pay for it anyway. That's what I like about this school.
Mikey, what have you done? Nobody's gonna pay for you breaking a window. And if you keep doing things like that, you could get expelled. And then all the money I paid would be wasted.
Look, maybe we should get a little snack. It's still a long time till next class anyway, so we can check out the cafeteria. I feel like we can get anything out here.
You're right. There really is a lot of food here, except I don't see a chef anywhere. He's probably off somewhere. So what do you say we make our own food? It's not forbidden.
Well, okay. I like that idea. But first we'll need to find foods to make. And in the kitchen, I can definitely win you over. Because I'm very good at making almost any kind of food.
Well, let's check it out. And here's everything you need to make a cake. So I'm totally gonna make it. And you can pick something else to make it fair. I'm a cake pro after all.
I'll cook the meat then, because it's very easy to make. And since the meat here is very expensive and delicious, it will definitely be better than your cake. Although there's a chance you could still beat me.
Somehow, I doubt very much that you can cook anything better than I can. I have much more education and experience. And by the way, I already have the cake ready.
Really?
So, we'll be able to compare our dishes soon.
JJ, it looks like I'm having a little trouble. Who would have thought that meat has to be watched very carefully when it's cooked? And as you can tell, I cooked it in charcoal. So maybe you could share?
Why should I share with you? Everyone will eat what they've made. So you're out of lunch today. But don't worry, you can definitely make dinner at home. Or you can just order delivery.
Well, it's okay. I wasn't that hungry, so let's get to class.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be running out of time, so we're gonna have to move fast. Let's go in, grab whatever expensive equipment we can, and get out.
Where the hell is Mikey? I can't... Ah! That's too bad. How the hell did gangsters get into this school anyway? I thought for that kind of money, there'd be plenty of security, but it turns out it's not. Well, I was able to hide, I guess. Only problem is, they know where I am. So I need to figure out how to get out of here. And the best idea is to make a pickaxe and break down the wall of the building. But that's gonna be really hard. Okay. First, I need to determine what I'm trying to break. And the easiest place to start is the window. Except who would have thought there'd be an iron grate? Right now, it's just in my way. Although there are resources here. So far, I only have one piece of iron, and that's only enough to make a shovel. But I'm not sure a shovel can break a grate that thick. So, I need to collect at least 3 bars of iron. All right, there's one more to go. How come there are so many resources in the bathroom anyway? It's a good thing I decided to hide in here, because in other rooms, I would have been trapped and destroyed. All right, it's time for me to make a pickaxe. It's a good thing there's a workbench in here too. And by the way, I'm worried about Mikey, because I haven't seen him in a long time. What if he's been captured by bandits? I also came up with a brilliant idea. I could just use the toilet to get out, but it wouldn't be very pleasant. Whoa.
Yep. And just how could terrorists get into such a cool school? I told JJ it's a much worse place to go to school, but now I have to hide and figure out how to get out of this situation. Maybe I can make a weapon. Looks like I have just what I need. Although I don't even know what the materials are. But that's not really important right now. What's important is that I have to somehow destroy all the enemies. So it's time for me to get to work. How surprised JJ will be when he sees that I've managed to make a weapon. But I hope he's okay, because he could have been captured by them. And then I'd have to rescue him. Maybe mixing everything on the table wasn't the best idea, but like I had a choice. And I think the press can put it all together into a cool weapon. If I had a little knowledge, I'd make it a lot better. By the way, I'm not short on time. After all, the robbers could break down the door and destroy me without any trouble. Who would have thought I'd be able to make a blaster after all? Now the bandits are gonna be in big trouble, and I want to make a grand entrance, so I'm gonna bring some dynamite. I don't think they'd be ready to see a kid firing a blaster at them, so I'll have plenty of time to take out most of them. And then it'll be a lot easier for me. I won't even need the police.
Attention, we have an adversary. Try to destroy him. But where did he get such a powerful weapon? I think he's going to destroy us all.
It's a little late for you to come to your senses. You could have just stayed out of that school. And you're very unlucky that my friend and I decided to go here today. I'm guessing he's already destroyed some of you himself. By the way, I need to find a JJ, so it's time to look around.
Mikey, I never thought you'd be the one to stop all the bandits. After all, grades in class don't mean anything because you could make guns out of nothing. And it works. Let's get out of this school.